Welcome to the Dip and Toe Show, Faces of Crypto, where we shine a spotlight on the movers, shakers, and educators driving the blockchain revolution. From coders to creatives, traders to trailblazers, our guests come from all walks of life, united by their passion for crypto's limitless potential.
Ooh, tonight is no different. What a show we have for you. We've got four incredible voices ready to share their stories and their inspirations and what inspires them in the crypto fam fire. So tune in, share this out to your friends. Join the live chat here on the YouTube. This is Dip a Toe, the Faces of Crypto.
Welcome to Dip and Toe. How you doing tonight, Simon?
Oh, I'm doing good this hump day. Things are getting crazy out there in the crypto space and just in life in general. I mean, my head's on a swivel again, and all good, all positive things. Even the negative things are going to end up positive. So I'm doing good. How about you, sis? How's the weather? Do you got the fans on? Are you getting the?
I've got the fans on. I've got 3 fans going. Hopefully you can't hear them. It was 90 degrees again today. It was so damn hot. I have a funny story to tell.
Tell me the funny story. I could use one.
Oh, well, I think it was yesterday. I totally took myself out. I was brushing my teeth. I'm getting ready.
Right.
And our bathroom is under construction, as I've told everybody before. We're remodeling. No, it's still not done yet. So I was getting ready to brush my teeth and getting the water from the bathtub. I go to put the toothpaste on the brush, and all of a sudden my eye was on fire. I mean, like it felt like acid or something was in my eyeball. I did not know what the hell was going on. And so I'm freaking out. And my first instinct was to run to the kitchen sink. And so I started running and I fell. I broke my fingernail. I hurt my wrist. I hurt my knee. I hurt my hip.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And I was like, oh my God, am I like seriously gonna have to wear goggles to brush my teeth now? Like, what is happening right here?
Yeah, I can see you. Like back in the day, real quick, back in the day when I'd be working at when I was working at Subway. When we chop the onions, we get the juice in our eye, right? Well, my sister also, one of them, also worked at Subway back in the day, in a different state. Well, they actually had the full deep diving gear, snorkel too. So, and it had like a piece on it that you could just ditch, but so they could breathe out way up here, and then we get nothing on their face. So I was like, oh,
smart.
That's a really good idea. She sent me a picture and stuff, but. Dude, that sucks. Get ready. Were you late? Were you also late? Like
I was on time.
Already?
I was on time. But it totally put me. I mean, it was again, I was getting ready to leave. It's kind of like right before Vegas, getting on the plane, leaving for the plane, where I got my brush caught in my hair. Like, this is the kind of shit I do. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm like,
dude, on the plane, I'm like sweatpants, t-shirt, ball cap. I'm like, nope, I'm not trying to press nobody because I just need to make sure all my stuff gets there.
I don't know what's wrong with me sometimes. I'm thinking I don't know, but yeah, it was pretty darn funny, guys. And I want to thank everybody because we are over 800 subscribers on YouTube. You guys,
thank you, thank you.
So hard. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. It would really help us out if you're listening to us on Twitter. A lot of people are X. A lot of people listen to us on X. Some listen to us on Facebook and Rumble. If you guys would kindly go over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, subscribe at those places as well. That would be awesome if you'd subscribe there as well. But we really are trying to grow the channel on YouTube. And it's a challenge to organically grow. Pretty much all of our followers that come out, they're real people. We have real people watching Dip a Toe, and you'll see them in the chat. And that is where the chat is most active on YouTube. And we have wonderful guests that come on, and you guys always have a bunch of questions. And so it's awesome for you to join us in the chat. So if you do have any questions tonight, please put them in all caps in the chat so we can find them easily. I do want to say hello. We've got a couple of newer folks in here. I follow uniplanetary evolution theorists on X. I want to welcome them to the Dip a Toe show.
Welcome, UPE.
Yeah. We got FML Kendall. He's been on the show before. DC Crypto Tigers in the house. Who else we've got in here?
Oh, the lovely and very soulful creature that is upon this planet. The Miss Kita is in the house, and I check out her space on Thursdays, rocking it out with who else? Hers truly, doing the deal over there.
I'm the wingman on that show.
Hey, it's okay. The wingman's kind of the best position. Sometimes we just show up, drink stuff, say smart, cool things occasionally, and then we go home.
Yeah. We have the highly intelligent MM in the house too, always giving us really good tips. And Jared is in the house. What's up, family? The Jared Holt. We got a private in the house. What?
Hello, private.
Shauna is here. Welcome, Shauna. We love you. Thank you for coming. We got Schwab.
I was gonna say, you tell me how you want to say that. I would have said Schweep. I like it. That's fire. Yeah. I like the avatar there too.
I do too. Very cool. Very cool.
We, of course, I mean, we got the guy that wakes us up every morning. Coffee and crypto. Stone, always in the house, and I love you, brother. I can't really wait to like actually physically hug you, dude. I mean, every time that I'm able to pop in the space while I'm not at work doing stuff. It's just like I love your energy, bro. Real man to man, love your energy.
And I'll tell you what, if that coffee and crypto, yeah, that song is in my head all freaking day long.
Have you changed your ringtone yet? Have you changed your ringtone?
I totally could change it to that.
You totally could.
We have the infamous Susan Roblin in the house.
Miss Susan.
And our Berg son, our beautiful Berg son.
Oh, what's up, girlfriend? How you doing? Oh, I know she's happy right now. I know she's happy. We've had phone calls. I know she's happy today with price action. I know she's feeling good about her decisions.
Got the Coop. Coop says, good evening, everyone. Yeah, I think we're going to have a variety of people in here because we have, tonight is our face. Okay, buddy. Love you, girl.
Hey, buddy's in the house.
We have 4 wonderful guests on this evening. As many of you know, and if you don't know, Dip a Toe Show does a series called The Faces of Crypto. We do it every month, once a month, usually the 3rd Wednesday of every month, where we show the different people that are involved in crypto. And so whether they're a coder, an educator, they're just a crypto enthusiast, they're a cheerleader for the builders that are in the space, we just want to really share and allow them to shine their light. And hopefully, those of you that are new to the crypto space, because this is dip a toe, this is for the early birds coming in, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Maybe one of these folks you'll identify with, because the crypto universe is filled with a variety of people. And we come from all walks of life's backgrounds, men, women, there's so many rock stars. And if you're even watching this dip a toe, you're a rock star because you're so early that this is on your radar. Congratulations. Please share this out with your friends. But yeah, I'm super excited tonight. We have 62 people of you watching right now. I want to give them tonight's lineup.
Bring them.
Tonight, we've got the XRP Ledger Rockstar and Chill Guy, NFT creator, Java. He's building vibrant communities on the XRP Ledger, spreading good vibes and metaverse dreams through his innovative NFTs. And he's going to share how he's shaping the future of decentralized creativity. And next, we've got Laurie. She's the visionary behind Trek Outdoor Company, where outdoor adventures meet Web3 innovation. Laurie's Moosey's NFTs on the XRP Ledger are redefining crypto utility, blending her love for hiking with blockchain. She's going to spill on how she's paving new trails in the crypto wild. We also have a legend, crypto heavy, Darren in the house, the XRP chart king and heart of the XRP family. Heavy's been stacking stats since April 2021, I think, dropping trading alpha on X and on TikTok. And he preaches that health is wealth. So they're going to unpack their market journey and why crypto's their crypto homie. And then finally, we have Jay of Florida Man Landscaping. He's a mogul bringing small business to Web3. Jay's integrating his landscaping hustle to the XRP Ledger. He champions LOV adoption, and he's fresh off hyping the XRP Ledger, and he's here to show how real-world businesses thrive in crypto. So without further ado, you've got them all in here. Let's welcome them to the Dip a Toe Show, guys.
Welcome
Thanks
to
so
the
much
show.
for coming. Appreciate it. What is up?
Thank you. Hello.
How are you doing this evening?
Well, I couldn't be better. How's everybody else doing? Honored, Melissa, Simon, you guys are so great. I don't even know where to begin. I'm so excited. It's like being a kid at Christmas. So much to talk about, but wow. So jazzed. The lead up music. I watch your show all the time, and I'm just.
I love the music.
The
disclaimer music is just what gets me just okay. One more headbang before we go to bed tonight, dude. Just some bam, bam, But anyways, that's good stuff. Hey.
Well,
very honored to be here. Thank you.
We welcome you to the Dip a Toe Show. Laurie, how's it going? I sought you out on Stone's Coffee and Crypto. I'm always targeting people that I hear on the show, and I'm in the background messaging people saying, I want you to come on Dip a Toe. So those of you that are out there in the crypto world, if you get a message from World Be Free 888 or Dip a Toe Show, it's me. You've said something that sparked and piqued my interest, and 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say, can you come on Dip a Toe? So welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me. I was in Stone Space and you had DM'd me and I'm like, I hadn't seen it yet. And you had made a comment saying, I hope I didn't freak her out. So no, absolutely not. I'm so honored to be here to talk about Trek and with the other guests here. I'm stoked, man. So I'm ready to chat it up with you guys.
Awesome. Let's
go.
We got the Crypto Heavy in the house. What's up, Crypto Heavy?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Super excited, man. It's an honor to be on the show for sure. When you look back at the past guests that you had, a lot of legends in on your show. So I appreciate to be amongst them and with the guests today. So you guys are awesome.
Yeah, you're
Thank you,
pretty
you know.
awesome yourself, man. And you're always spreading that positivity. And I just love people like that, that focus on the positive and encourage others to focus on the positive while educating people in the space. And that's quite a feat sometimes in today's world, you know, to remain positive and encouraging. And you are that bright, shining light. So we're thrilled to have you here. We really are. Who we got next? We got Mr. Java Chillin.
How you guys doing? How you doing?
We're doing great. We had you on Dip a Toe when we had TI Project on, and I
Yeah,
told
yeah.
everybody. Well, actually, it was my Ryan. He said I wanted to hear more from that guy. You got to have that guy back on the show. And I said, oh, absolutely. You did not get to shine your light as brightly as it is, and so we were excited to have you back on the show.
I appreciate it. I'm really honored, and it's an honor to be here, Melissa and Simon, and everybody else down there. We're representing Minnesota, Laurie. This is our chance.
Heck yeah, let's go.
I didn't
Midwest.
realize we had two Minnesotans in here. Is that how you say Minnesotans?
Yep.
Minnesotans. Yeah.
Yep.
Minnesotans. Yeah.
Minnesota.
Which, without being real specific, which area of Minnesota?
So
I'm in the cities.
Yep. So am I.
Okay.
Okay.
I've been to cities once. It was just after that bridge collapse.
Yep. 35.
Over the Mississippi, man. That looked like something out of Hollywood, but beautiful city.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Like the cathedrals around there. I'm on the West Coast, so I mean we don't get no cool history built old buildings like that. At least not that look that cool, man. All lit up at night. I'm like, man, that looks like a haunted house, dude. Let's make a video real quick, man. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, we have a great. I mean, like the city is beautiful. We have like it's called the Twin Cities, so we have Minneapolis.
Yeah, yep, Twin Cities, yeah.
It's there's so much to do. It's just
there is.
Yeah.
I was there for a wedding, and we went to a bar, and the bar was like upstairs in the building. Well, they had bought out the roof of the adjacent building right next to it, right? And they had built like a bocce ball course, like real golf, like golf grass, like for the greens. So feet only, no shoes. You have to do feet only on this grass. And then across the alleyway, they had bought in the space of the building, and they painted it all white, and they run like movies in the summertime there up top. And so, I was like, that sounds like man, we ain't got nothing like this. Nothing. I thought that was really unique and really cool. Really made me want to go back again for sure, just to check that spot out one more time. That's cool. Y'all got some good stuff out there.
Yeah, we do.
Well, while we got Java in the center screen, the big screen, I wanted you to kind of introduce yourself and talk a little bit about how you got into crypto and what made you start creating NFTs and that sort of thing, and why you chose XRP Ledger to do it.
Okay. First of all, I'm Java, also known as Javaris. That's my real name. So if anybody want to catch me on LinkedIn, I'm Javaris Harris on Facebook and LinkedIn. I don't really care if you guys know who I am. But I got into crypto in 2021. Some friends of mine introduced me to crypto, and they brought me into, it was XRP and XLM. That's what they brought me into. So that's kind of what I started with, was XRP. But along my journey, though, I started slowly investing. I'm not a wealthy individual. So my thing is I've dollar cost averaged over a few years to even get where I'm at today. And it was scary at first. I was scared. I was nervous. I was like, it was a lot to take in the beginning. But then I started slowly following people and moving around into different circles and everything. And I started investing in little projects, a little bit at a time. I've been in my scam or two, my rugs. I've invested in NFT projects that ended up nowhere. Um, but one of the biggest things I got in was Expector, and I
Oh,
slowly built myself up into Expector, and that's how I even got into the meme coin scene where I'm at now. Is
Mm-hmm.
he dropped the ATM token, and I kind of followed in, and next thing I know, I'm into meme coins that I told myself I would never even get into in the first place. Like,
Yeah.
oh, like how did I get here?
Man, it sounds like you've done most of the traditional things we must do. We have to get at least rugged twice. We have to get scammed or almost scammed twice. We have to get into something that we also said we would never, ever, ever get into. I mean, there's a couple more, but you're knocking them down. That's pretty good.
Good thing I took my time, though. It took me a couple years to get through all of them, but
Yeah.
you were
Yeah,
a true
for sure.
dipatoer at heart. Huh?
Yeah.
so, but I found memes, and next thing I know, I was in ATM, and then I found Chill Guy, and I was like, I felt like most of the time I'm a chill guy. Sometimes it takes me a little a greenery to get there, but I'm there, for most times. But it is what it is. And then I got in there, and I just was a community member. I wasn't no one, and they saw me. I was a community member who I hop in and I share, I post, I do what I felt like a good community member should be doing for a community. You know what I mean? You're supposed to share it out and be able to help boast something that you feel like you're a part of in the first place. And I got asked to be part of the CTO team. It had just began under its CTO process at the time. So that's what led me more end up into the creating zone. Because then it's more about trying to build for a community and not just for myself. And that's where some of the things led, because it was based on them. And the first thing that I created with them was it was a community-based collection. It's AI art, but it's our community. It is community members leveraging this art inside of our Telegram, and they created this stuff. So it's not like we had some artists go create it. We let these people do it, and then we solidified their name on a blockchain with those NFTs. And it's an ever-evolving collection. And as we continue to grow, we encourage everybody to do the same. And we're not trying to get you to go buy our token or anything. It's get in there and just come have some chill vibes with us, because that's what we're about. Like, you don't even have to be a token holder. You know what I mean? Just come visit us, come experience some of the chill, the vibe, and the energy that we're trying to bring, some of the positive energy that people fail to miss out on. Or, when you get in that DJing mode so hard, you forget to chill because it's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Or even for the developers, you get lost and so many things. And sometimes we just need to take a step back and just chill things out. And that's what I'm just trying to bring to the ledger here.
Fire. It's very much needed. From a personal perspective, very much needed, man. I'm glad you're doing that. Go ahead, Melissa.
I'm sorry. My face was so. I've been talking with Chris from Corium, and there's this OmniFlix TV that they're trying to get new creators on this platform. And yesterday I kind of struggled with it, getting myself connected with the node and all of this. And I just checked, and we're live on OmniFlix TV right now. I'm like, this is so cool. I did it.
That is awesome.
Pat myself on the back.
Congratulations. That's great.
Thank you, guys.
So
Yeah,
cool.
super cool. So not only is Dip a Toe Show on YouTube, X, Rumble, Twitch, Facebook, imutv.tv. Now it's also on OmniFlix. Nice. So super, super, super cool. I'm excited about it, guys. I want to go to Laurie next and have her tell us a little bit about yourself, going from being the founder of Trek Outdoor. How the heck did you get into crypto, and what brought you to the XRP ledger?
Well, my name is Laurie. I'm from Minnesota, a Midwest girl. And I've been in crypto probably since 2018. I found XRP, to be honest with you, and XLM. I met Zach. He actually brought me into XRP, and then I started branching out into the communities, and I got involved with a lot of projects, just supporting, and just being in there and learning and networking. And it's been an absolute fun journey. Yes, I've been rugged. I have a ton of
We laugh now.
and I've definitely gotten to the memes. I've gotten some, doing some fun meme stuff, and I've been rugged a couple times, but then I've had some fun on some other memes too. But it's been a journey. I met like just amazing people in this community, like very supportive. And it's been an honor. And I'm like, my sister and I, we grew up outdoor living basically, and Minnesota, and it's basically all outdoor summers. And I mean, we have a lot of outdoor stuff during the winter time too, but we just enjoy the outdoors. We lived it. And so we've always talked about wanting to start a brand, an outdoor brand. So, and we were talking probably about a year ago. I'm like, let's do it. I mean, because now I know crypto. Let's incorporate Web3 crypto in with the outdoor, And so my sister and I, who's a twin, I'm a twin with her. So we decided to start Trek outdoor company. And it's basically what we're doing is we're bringing products and the digital world together, but we're also bringing like a mission of getting people out there to put their phone down for a little bit, or get off the screen and go out there and enjoy the outdoors. Some kind of adventure, disconnect and reconnect kind of thing. So, and how we're doing that with the digitals, we have our Moosey NFTs, which are pretty cool. We started with the Gen 1, which was pretty a basic 2D fun character. And Moosey's our main like brand character. It's a moose, very fun and bold and adventurous. And we want to do some really cool things with the NFTs. And we launched our Gen 2, I believe it was in February. So we have the honor of having Oak create this collection for us. I don't know if you guys know him. He's an artist on the XRPL. He works on Blender. And so this collection is made on Blender. And it's just an amazing piece of work, a collection. And we want to bring we're bringing utility with it. And we're going to do a lot of fun things with that collection and the brand. And it's like the perfect time to actually build a business with Web3 and just be here at the right time when it starts exploding. And so we're having a fun time building it. And so, yeah, we're kind of getting drowned with all the meme coins and NFT memes and that kind of stuff. But we're just going to keep building and keep showing up every day. And we're just having so much fun. We have like the best chill community, supportive community. And we appreciate them so much. People who love the outdoors and have been in this, in the space for a long time with us. And we're hoping to onboard new people that love adventure, the outdoors. So yeah, so that's a little bit about my journey, I would say.
Sounds fantastic. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm loving the theme here already. This is unplug and tap in.
I love it.
You know what I mean? Well, we're trying to unplug and get re-tapped in with Earth, universe, and our 2D or our 3D world, not our 4D.
Yeah. Yep.
Like,
Yeah, and it's cool because I mean, like we're using the 3D. We're gonna be dropping. We have a snapshot tonight. We're gonna be dropping rigged moosies so that people can use our moosey and game like gamifying and like metaverse. And then we'll be dropping products on a platform where you're gonna get the in real life product plus an NFT that you'll be able to wear on those rigged or those avatars. In games and that. So it's like a great way to market, but also have fun too with the adventure of the character. So we're having some fun. We're doing some cool things.
If I would have known that you had a twin, we should have had her. We should have had her come on. We should have had her come on with you.
Next time, I'll get my sister on here. Lisa, absolutely. Yeah. She's watching right now. She's watching right now too.
You can send her the link and pop her in. We'll pop her in if she's game. Send behind the scenes there. Send her the link and we'll pop her in if she wants to come in. That'd be great.
I'll send her a text.
that would be awesome. So let's see. Let's get crypto heavy. I see you driving crypto heavy. Your name is Darren, yes?
Duran.
Yep. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. It looks like Darren, so I got that all my life, so it's all good.
I
can relate.
So you've got a TikTok, you've got an X. I said earlier, you really spread the positive vibes, and it's so needed in the crypto space. You have positive messages and going out to the world. I'm curious what started you in crypto, how long you've been in crypto, and what provoked you to start the channel and sharing all this information with people.
So I started my journey back in 2021. Is when I started in crypto, and it was a employee that I worked with. I worked retail, and he was telling me about Bitcoin and Ethereum during the bull run, and I was kind of very novice and kind of like on the same side of most people today. Was kind of like, oh, ain't that kind of like a scam or whatever it is, and but like he's showing me this money that he made, and I'm like, that piqued my interest. I'm like, oh, that's very interesting. Like how you make this money, but like at the same time, like at that time of my life, I didn't have a lot of extra income to like put into like crypto. So I remember giving him like $25 and was like, hey man, put it into your wallet. Cause like back then it wasn't like an Uphold or Coinbase. It was like some very strategic wallet to do your KYC type of thing. And I couldn't figure it out. I wasn't techie enough to figure that out. So I was like, hey, look, man, it won't verify my identity. Could you just put the 25 in? And he was like, yeah, that's cool. And I was like, in my head, like, oh, this is going to be the next Bitcoin. And it's going to be, $10,000 or $60,000 or whatever, maybe I'll be rich, And so like, that started it. And then like, and what's funny is I lived in Minnesota. So that happened in Minnesota. I was actually in Minnesota as well. I'm not from Minnesota, but at the time I was living in Minnesota in Minneapolis. So like that's where I was working at. And I moved out of the state, right? And I go to a different state, and I meet another guy that I worked with who started talking about XRP again. So then I was like, I took it as a sign. I'm like, hey, this is the universe is trying to provide this for me, and I need to start listening. So when he started telling me about like, XRP again, I started looking up like YouTube videos, and he kind of put me on a few different people, and I kind of came across Coach JV, which I'm a huge fan of, and DAI, and that's the OGs of the space, and started watching their YouTube videos, and then I was like hooked when I just started like just consuming all this information about it. And I did the same thing as Java. I like DCA, like I got kids, so I'm like, I got to make sure that whatever I put in is something that I'm not afraid to lose. And that was always my mindset. But I was like, but instead of buying, coffee or buying some new Jordans, I was like, I'm gonna stop doing those things, and I'll just put that money into crypto. And I just did that from 2021 up until like now. And like, so I missed the bull run. So I was good. I had tough skin because I had to go through the bear market, and I'm hearing all the negative stuff. And I was like, I don't care, because I feel like I'm here like for a reason. So I kept grinding and kept putting it in. And so like when I got to this point now, my conviction is so high that like when I talk to people, I feel like I'm like giving a motivational speech, right? So like I started like doing videos to people, like just because I was like, yo, like if I put these videos out, and my whole mindset was like, it ain't for the people that's been in it for forever. It's the people that don't know anything about crypto. So it's more entry level. It's like, you know, bare minimum. It's like kind of catchy, try to get your attention. And really, you know, like I have family members reach out, friends reach out that I don't talk to, and they like, hey, like tell me about that. And so like I was like, okay, so it's having an impact on people. I'm a personal trainer, so like I do that. That's like my business. And so like I'm used to like motivating people. So that's where that come from. Like I'm used to like talking to people, getting people riled up, you know, get hype, and you know, and really try to get the best out of people. So that fills my soul. So like being able to like help people without crypto and just kind of give them my perspective, right? Like I don't know everything about everything, but I know a little bit about a little bit, and I try to give people that knowledge, and like, and you know, and in a way that they can consume it, right? So like everybody consumes stuff different. So that was kind of like my lane, and I just like been sticking with it, and it's been, you know, obviously like I meet a lot of people and I get to talk to a lot of people. So it's been awesome, like to like, you know, be able to be on a platform where you consider somebody that people listen to, right? Like that's an honor to be in that space altogether.
Yeah. Well, and you know, it's all about building trust, right? This is why we have the Dip a Toe show too. We're just regular people here. Like, you know, no one's paying us to say anything. We're out there. We are people that see the vision in the future. We're kind of keen on it, right? We're giving it our attention. And we all have our own personalities and our friends and people that trust us, and our voice, where we're using our voice. And yours is a very strong one. And, you know, like you already being inspirational to people, and supporting them, lifting them up. It only makes sense when you learn something as significant as the transformation of our financial system, that you would want to share that with them, right? And and then that's what makes you a key player in this goal of trying to wake up as many people as we can to recognize the opportunity that's right there in front of them. And what an incredible gift that you're giving others just by being yourself and sharing those and how smart you were to just create a video, because you say something over and over again to different people, and at some point it's like, you know, I said it really good like 10 times ago. And if I would have just recorded it, I could have just sent it to them, you know, because, you know, you could have been like me and got toothpaste in your eye that morning. And then someone's asking about crypto. And then, you know, I'm not going to give the same answer that I would have given to somebody if I was all calm and, you know, having a good time or whatever. So, yeah, good for you. I think that's fantastic. And, you know, as Laurie pointed out, this is the opportunity for small business. And what I've discovered more so in any other space. Now, you know, my experience with the space initially was all Bitcoin people for the most part. I didn't really dabble into the Ethereum space. I see Solana people are really into the meme culture and things like that. But what I found with the XRP ledger is there's a lot of small businesses or just regular people deciding, I want to tokenize my business and I'm going to figure out how to do that. And that's what we like to shine the light on here at Dip a Toe, as are those people, those regular everyday people, to recognize, hey, Web3 is coming. It's here. We need to like Laurie, you're ahead of the game with what you're doing. You're so smart to do what you're doing as a small business. And even as far as grabbing those Web3 names right now, right? Because we all missed it when the .com era came. Everybody already bought up all the good .com names and .net and .org and the blah, blah, blah. This is your opportunity right now to go out there and grab those domain names, even, you know, if you're going to think. You unmuted yourself, Laurie. What do you got?
Well, I just want to, we're early. People that are the small businesses that are incorporating that Web3 side, we're so early. And once it starts flooding, like people really start to really understand what is going on with crypto and what you can do with it. And other businesses, the bigger businesses are going to really start flowing in, and the smaller businesses are going to be ready, and that's going to help boom us and get us going. And that's what we're hoping for, and so we're setting ourselves up to be ready for that. So so you got to keep building, you got to build,
Gotta build.
Yep.
It's just like Optimistic Prime with their wandering footprint, right?
Yep.
She's been creating that app and that vision of what she wants to do with it. And her dream is really big, incorporating other small businesses, right? A network of people. And this is the opportunity to do that. And then we had like the Mocha app come on, and they're building it to where you're going to be able to accept crypto. And there's other apps that are out there that are building, but Mocha is just more like the sovereignty part of it, right? So yes, there's bigger platforms building those types of things to allow companies to accept crypto. But if you could use Mocha, who's made by the people for the people, why wouldn't you do that, with ThorChain running in the background? And if you guys haven't seen the last 2 Dip a Toe shows, be sure to go back and listen, because we had the founder and creator of the Mocha app on, and we had 2 wonderful Patriot Sound and With the Coke come on to talk to us about ThorChain and how they're the interoperability between the chains, being able to swap between chains directly. It's pretty cool stuff that's being incorporated. And this is the opportunity for all of us beta testers out there, the small businesses like yourself, to utilize those products that are being built and beta test them on a small scale before everything goes ballistic.
Yeah.
So yeah, super excited. Jay, you're back. Florida
I'm
man,
back.
Florida man living. I appreciate that. I'm sorry. I am very well familiar with technical difficulties, as anybody that watched our Caleb and Brown
Go
program.
watch 2 episodes ago, and you'll understand.
I got kicked
Poor
out.
Melissa.
I got kicked
Man.
out every 5 minutes.
I
2
stopped
minutes or whatever.
counting after 20. I
Yeah.
literally stopped counting after 20.
You
I was
just go.
like,
You just
nope,
go with the
this is
flow.
it.
But,
Yeah, well, I just wanted to make you feel good.
Yeah, well, I really
Yeah, no,
appreciate
not
the
embarrassing,
support,
no.
Jay. I really do. That makes me feel so much better.
Good.
But welcome to Dip a Toe.
Thank
I would
you.
love for you to introduce yourself and kind of talk about, what your background is, what you've built with Florida Man Landscaping, or FML. Because I got to tell you, when I first saw FML and I didn't know you, I was like, yeah, I'm not, because that's where my mind went, right? Yeah, that's where my mind went.
Yeah.
Even though I
Yeah.
do say FML, right?
Yeah,
You
there's a
kinda
meme
took
coin for
different
that.
spin. There's a meme coin. There always is, isn't there?
That's
But
right.
yeah, tell the Dip-a-Toers a little bit about yourself.
Well, Justin Wynn, that's my name. Everybody calls me Jay, that's close friend and families. That's why I prefer that on the blockchain with everybody here. As you get to know me, please call me Jay. We're all building this together, and I think that's what it's really all about. The money and everything, make no mistake, we're here to make money. We're here to make money for a lot of families. But more importantly, we're here to, rising tides raise all ships. And we're building out our future, the sovereignty of the future of banking and finance and lending, and being able to take the control back into the hands of the people globally. And really, what we just wanted to be a part of was helping build that leveling playing field, right? So, our crypto journey, I come from a background that is very much traditional finance, traditional investments, right? I lived with the excuse, much like when the internet came around, that crypto's a scam. Heard about Bitcoin when it first came out. Would never touch this stuff. Like the days of the early internet, I was too smart to put my credit card on the interwebs, right? And so I missed out on that boat. And then somebody very close to me started talking to me about XRP. And this individual I would trust with the lives of my children and my family, but when it came to finance, I just I didn't want to really hear any of that crypto stuff. And then I started doing my own research because of some things that I heard at work. And I work in fintech. And my job in IT, high tech, fintech IT, is specifically, I'm not one of the smart kids like everybody that's here on this show. I don't do any of the coding or any of that. I'm just in the managerial roles where I remove the roadblocks for the smart kids so that they can actually build what they need to build, right? So that's where I saw my strength. But in that environment is where I first heard the term ISO 222, because the corporation that I worked for was trying to become compliant on our back end for something that was coming. And I asked this individual in the middle of the meeting, are you talking about crypto? Because the only place that I'd ever heard it was this one individual beating it into my brain. And, I saw everything that happened after that, the SEC case, and had started doing my research before all of that started, and bought $50 worth of crypto while my wife was sleeping. And that was such a deviation from who she saw in her husband that it was a ripple in our marriage for sure. And I thought, like, hey mom, look at this stray pet that I found. Can we keep it? It was more like, hey baby, come look, I just bought some crypto. And it was one of those expressions I'll never forget. And then the same thing happened when I told her that I was buying meme coins. So made my wife a promise way back in early 2019 that this little thing called XRP, and she comes from corporate America, very highly educated, just an incredible woman, walked away from it all just to raise our children and be a stay-at-home mom and homeschool them and everything. So I'm very blessed. But when she speaks to me, I listen, right? And when I said that we were going to buy some crypto, she couldn't understand how I could make the leap in my head. After I explained what XRP was going to do, she asked how much it cost. And I said, it's about 20 to 25 cents. And when she asked, when is it going to be worth anything? And I said, certainly by 2030. And she said, great. Let's buy as much as you want. Can't spend a single one of them until 2030. And that's the reality that we live with. I have been able to whittle her back. Some of you have seen my posts on X where now it's December 24th, 2029. So any of you praying sorts out there, if you want to help me out a little bit, let's keep pulling that in maybe to Thanksgiving. But yeah, the ups and downs, really, if I could tell anybody, if you could make a promise to your spouse that you would never sell a single XRP until 2030, it takes away all the volatility, ups and downs, all of the emotion, everything that goes. I mean, it's just, I watch it and I see it, but we all know where it's going to go, right? So I've kind of got that buffer there. But the meme coin space, I realized, wait a second, if I'm not spending our XRP and I just have to use XRP to buy meme coins, then it doesn't really count.
Jay,
sneaky
Jay,
one.
do you have a really good couch?
Yeah, well,
you must have a really good couch, man.
That was the second ripple, yeah. But we still do our DCA. We're still building our utility bags, with everything else, HBAR, I mean, you name it. But no, so yeah, that actually opened the door. But how FML got started, which is just an amazing story, and we are going to do this story, but you guys get to hear it here. It's an important story. I knew about XRP way back, and I was building it, and everywhere that I go, people know me as the Jesus XRP guy, because I'm stuck in my office for 18 hours a day, every day, sitting behind 10 screens. A lot of you have seen what my office looks like. I mean, it looks
I
like,
love your office, Jay. I'm envious of your office.
it makes the guys that come around and do like our bugs and stuff, they're always like, oh, Mr. Win. And I'm like, dude, I just put my pants on one leg at a time like you, right? But, kind of occasionally I need it. So with FML, when we moved to Florida from Oregon, I have a lawnmower, but See, there goes Melissa. She was giving me status.
No, she's here. No, she's here. She just
okay.
she can hear. Just she turned off her camera for a brief moment. She's here. Keep going, brother. You're good.
Thank
You're
you.
good.
Thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is how I met Kendall, and it's such an amazing story. He showed up, and he was actually working for a corporate crew, and he wanted to break away and do his own thing. So right away, entrepreneurial spirit. I didn't know any of that. All I knew was, there's this guy out at the end of my street, and I need somebody to mow my lawn. And I went out and talked to him and said, "Hey, can you mow my lawn? I have a lawnmower. I'm just so busy. We just moved. There's boxes everywhere. Actually, candidly, I still have boxes I need to unpack 3+ years later." But Kendall, kind of hummed and hawed a little bit because he can't commit to something like that when he's working for somebody else. But as fortune would have it, divine appointment, whatever you want to call it, he came back and was able to do it. And over the course of our interaction, I remember it one way. My wife and Kendall remember it another way. I'm going to remember the way I remember it is I strong-armed him about XRP. Now, he knew crypto, but he didn't know anything about XRP. So it was like, "Hey, thanks for mowing my lawn, but if you want to get paid, you got to go check your email account because I just emailed you from Uphold XRP. And if you don't, go get it, then I don't know what's going to happen." I said, "If you're smart, you won't spend a single dime of it." So, basically over the course of several years, we grew closer, and my children fell in love with Kendall, and Kendall became like family just in who he is. And our dog, which is one of those kinds of dogs that you just don't get close to the family if he's not kenneled, but he loves Kendall. I mean, and so all of these things are just kind of falling into line. And we say that Kendall's got what we call in our house refrigerator rights, and he could walk right in,
Man, that's
open up the
big.
fridge. Yeah,
That's big.
yeah,
I
and
mean, you can just go in the kitchen, get whatever you want.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
woo.
yeah.
Woo.
There's a story of him. I came to the back of my house as he was mowing. I came up, and again, he's at the house mowing. He's in the backyard. Why wouldn't he be, right? He's got a job to do. We trust him. So no issues with the dogs, no issues with him being in the backyard. I come in the backyard because I don't hear the lawnmower going, and he's got a handful of dates from one of our date trees. This is my landscaper, okay? And he's like, in his mouth, asking, he's like, "These are really good. Do you want one?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think I've eaten one off of a tree yet, but knock yourself out." And nobody cares, right? Because he's my brother. Now, how it all comes to this intersection of just, I can't say it's anything more than it's got to be God, because the team that is surrounding us and the people that are with FML, I didn't know the majority of them when this all started. And I don't know anything about building an open source on a blockchain. But how the way this relationship came to be and the idea, the spark of what FML was, is I was already in the meme coin scene, doing really, really well. In the back rooms of some of these, gated communities, learning a lot about the degen culture. And I started to see an opportunity. Well, my sixth child was just born. Shauna was up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and we were sitting on the couch right back there. My son was 13 days old, and I started saying, "I think we can launch a business. I think we could do a Web3 business because of my background in IT and semiconductor, and just really being in very special places, not because I'm special, just because God opened the doors in my career." And all of a sudden, my wife has been telling me for years, "Stop giving your talents to corporate America. They're never going to appreciate it, and you're getting old." And so I've always had the dream of doing, something on my own for the family and for my friends and family all across the United States. And it clicked. And, you know, Florida Man Landscaping, that was Shauna's idea. And I was like, FML, no way. So I had to go check to see if there's a ticker on FML, and there was, but not on the XRPL. Like, you got to be kidding me. So I go and look, floridamanlandscaping.com. It's available. I'm like,
Nice.
you've got to be kidding me. So think of the synergy. In my background, I've got a master's degree. You know, all I do is business. I eat, sleep, drink it. That's it. I'm a consultant privately, and it's my bread and butter of what makes businesses successful, because I've seen it at the highest level of the top companies in the world.
Mhm.
And so why wouldn't I remember that stuff and take it and repurpose it for the success of ourselves? And so right away you see this energy FML. Everybody already knows that. Everybody knows LOL. Everybody knows FML. And the hardest thing to do is get into people's gray matter. Well, we're already there. We just need to rebrand it. And everybody on the team are such spiritual people. Not everybody's a Christian, but everybody is focused on divinity and connection with the earth and getting
Right.
back to the old ways and
Right.
freedom and sovereignty. And so forgive me, Lord, is the actual baseline of what FML is. That if we all turn back to the divinity, if we all turn back to who we are as people versus this matrixized slave force feeding, you know, the pockets and the mouths of other people that don't have our best interests at heart, this is just a perfect
Mhm.
fit, right? And so FML being the acronym that we all know, and then Florida man, we've all seen the meme, right?
Yeah.
Guy standing, you know, with a American flag and cut off jeans and a mullet going woo in a hurricane, right? So Florida man landscaping, and everybody needs landscaping. It doesn't matter where you live. We all take care of this stuff that we work so hard to call our own. And
Mhm.
so when we were talking about it, I thought, well, I've been paying Kendall in XRP for years. This is a great opportunity because we can build something real. I've brought billion-dollar platforms through Nike Plus to market. I know we can do this. We just have to get the people. And so that same morning, that was a Monday morning, it was December 2nd. Kendall came to Mo. I walked out to talk to him, give him a hug. And I said, hey, how do you feel about public speaking, and can I use your likeness? And that's how we came up with the logo. So he
Love
got
it.
out of his truck, and it was very emotional. Um, and he told me, I've been mowing your lawn for free. I didn't know if he was emotional because he was trying to convince me that he's been mowing my lawn for free, um, you know, or the performance of XRP. But the reality was, this was after XRP went from 50 cents to over $3 back in November. So this was
Right.
December 2nd. And he showed me his Uphold account, and he told me I've never spent a single one of them.
Fire.
And the dollar amount that I saw is life changing
Yeah.
from mowing our lawn. And we both knew that is, we have never heard any, I mean, we've all heard the stories, but I didn't know anybody that's actually done something like DCA for years, commit to never selling a thing, not worrying about the price and anything, and it pays off. That's the opposite of what we all commonly call the Bitcoin pizza story, right?
Sure.
And in that moment, he said, I have no problem with you using my likeness. I have no problem public speaking. There's a lot more to Kendall than I knew, and that most people don't know yet. You'll find out. The guy's a legend. He's a renaissance man of every sense of the word. I feel so blessed that he's brought us in. God brought him into our life. But that was December 2nd. And on December 14th at 11:11 p.m., we launched FML through First Ledger on the XRPL blockchain. And when
Nice.
we launched it, and I played some of these videos, I put them out there. Just, we promised the people that were there that we were going to do this right. We were going to do billboards. We were going to do radio ads. When we get actually launch our business model, you know, we'll do print and TV ads. So just the typical things that you see in normal business, but a lot of it doesn't make sense yet because the adoption. I mean, for those of you who have seen our billboards, it says FML on the XRPL, and it gives a contract address with our official logo. All of us who trade, that's all the information you need. But people going down the freeway, they have no idea what they're looking at. So
Right.
the whole purpose of all of that is just to signal to the people that are going to come after the meme coin when they find out that FML was not about just Florida Man landscaping meme coin token. There's an entire Web 3.0 SaaS solution, which is software as a service, backend that we will compete with the likes of Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics 365, and Workday. We'll provide a full service solution. I won't bore anybody with those details now, but basically what big business is doing out in the world, from client resource management to payroll to accounting to finance to marketing to HR, everything but legal at the moment, we're going to offer that. And we're going to do it on the blockchain so that those businesses can receive credit cards as well as crypto. So if it can pair with XRP, you can use it at our point of sale and people can pay their employees with it. So that's the little bit of how we got here. But as you can see with the people that are in the comments, the good souls that we've met along the way, there is so much synergy, even with a story about Optimistic Prime. She was there on the night that was the last time that I decided that God stepped in, that he wasn't going to allow me to take my own life. It was a video of Optimistic Prime of her being on her bus that I said, you know what, this lady gets it. This was long before crypto, long before FML. And here we are all in the same boat, all in the same caravan, driving to build and carve out our own future to where we can say to our friends and family, we built that and it's real and it's fair. And so that's the origin of FML.
Man, what a story you just laid on us, huh?
That's a very epic story, and Dipotowers out there, that's just one of many, and I do mean many. And I'm not trying to hype it up, but the faces that the Dipotow show brings to you guys, Crypto Heavy, you mentioned being in the room with or being on a show that's brought legends. Y'all are legends. That's why you come on the show. You're literally your own legend. We're just trying to highlight it. Like game recognizes game. That's just facts. And one of the cool things that I've heard all of you talk about tonight that I really want to focus on at least a little bit tonight in that message is dollar cost averaging is the path. It is really the path. Laurie, you brought up a great. I'm so glad you said it too. You got a hard fact. It doesn't look like it, especially to the untrained eye. But we're early. We are early. Everybody's the talks out there. The information's on your feed. The YouTube algo's got you, or the X feed's got your out, or the X algo has you, right? So you're seeing a lot of crypto stuff as soon as you pop it in the search. But dollar cost averaging, people, has been great because the discipline that it takes, the lessons that you go through, actually, and that's I'm doing a long-winded question right here. The discipline of what it takes, but the trials and tribulations that you go through to DCA. And that is my question to you all. What were Crypto Heavy? You mentioned it a little bit about not buying Jordans, but I'd like to hear from everybody, kind of your journey by dollar cost averaging. What were some of those mental things where it was just oh, I can't do it, but yes, I can. I want to start with we'll start with Laurie, then we'll go Java, Crypto Heavy, and then Jay.
Well, for me in my journey, it was just being disciplined, you know what I mean? And not, going out and, buying the clothes or buying the extra stuff that you don't need, you know what I mean? And it was more about discipline and not buying like the hype, like, oh, it's going up, now I got to buy. It's like, oh, now it's going down. It's like, no, man, you just got to stay disciplined. You got to stay focused. And, whenever you get a little cash here and there, you just buy, and buy, and then buy a little bit here and buy a little bit there. Not only XRP, XLM, and some even XDC, just dollar cost averaging, every week when you get your paycheck or whatever it is, whatever side hustle you have, you know what I mean? You're just putting a little bit more in to grow your bag. So it takes discipline and focus, you know what I mean? And, you got to kind of put your emotions out of it too. So so now
How hard was that?
Huh? It was
How hard? How hard was that?
Very hard. It was very hard, and it takes a while. You know what I mean? And but the ending result is great. You know, and now you're able to make better decisions and that kind of stuff. But it was hard, guys. It was hard. So, but it's been a great journey. I'll tell you that much. But it was.
And so far, and we're early.
Yeah, we're so early, guys.
Yeah.
Like people don't feel like they. I mean, and that's the thing is we are still early, guys. Don't give up. Keep that dollar cost averaging. Don't feel like, oh man, I missed it. No, you didn't miss it. We're still early, guys. So.
Shout out to Honey XRP, loving this chat. If you guys are loving this chat, please share it out with your family and friends. If you're watching the recording, please share it out with your family and friends. Please subscribe to the Dip a Toe Show. Get us to that 1,000 subscribers. We appreciate you so much. Thank you. Yes, Java, what do you say about DCAing?
Oh man, let's just say it's definitely hard at first. It's like retraining your mind to do something different because for a while I didn't know what it was, and I was already scared on top already. Like, am I going to lose this little bit of money? Is it going to stop? Is it going to just disappear? What's really going to happen? And
right.
So it was little things that gave up, like a cup of coffee here or there. You give it up. That it was $5 for me. $5 at that time. Like I just was a student with a teenager, so it's like I'm trying to figure out how to get this done at the same time. You know what I mean? So it was just a little bit of money. Like she say, whatever your side hustle is, whatever you do, it was like a little bit, and I want to say. To really get full on, it took me like 6 months to like fully grab the concept of being able to tell myself it's okay to give this few dollars up. This few dollars will be more in the future.
Right.
That's what I tell myself. It'll be better in the future. Just keep putting it up. It'll be better.
Right.
And until not until like December when that first run up, it's like, oh my god, it actually
it worked.
Something.
It
worked. So it's all about what you try to focus on, and I'm not building for now. I'm building for the legacy of my children because it's a different way. In my opinion, I believe that digital assets is going to change of the way a lot of things are taking place, and it's going to revolutionize the world really once we can get the full fruition of its use case, not the speculation from it. And it's for them, college fund, that's what I believe that it will do, those types of things for me and my family. So I made those sacrifices.
Good for you, man. This is the thing. Fire. We don't know what tomorrow brings, but we're all educating ourselves. Those of us that are in this space, we're all educating ourselves, and DCAing in is the easiest way to do it. It takes the emotion out of it. If you spend your time educating yourself on a particular token or project or blockchain, you'll feel more comfortable, and you won't be looking at the ups and downs, and you won't be listening to the shillers that are out there. They're out there, guys. We're getting ready to break out into a season where it's going to be shenanigans all over the place. It's already started. They're already trying to come for your crypto. There's a lot of scammers out there sending text messages and emails and messaging you on X and all of this kind of stuff, trying to scare you. There's people trying to get you to FOMO into different projects and things like that. And, when you're dollar cost averaging in and you feel strong in your conviction in what your personal knowledge is surrounding a particular coin or blockchain, it takes the work out of it. And then, like you said, Java, you gave up that cup of coffee. I gave up my coffee because my window wouldn't roll down anymore, and I stopped going. I stopped going to Big B Coffee, where I was going and getting I was getting a turkey Havarti bagel and a coffee, every like couple times a week. Well, gosh, guys, that's $20 a week or more, $30 a week that I was spending on that nonsense. It's not good for me, full of sugar anyway. And, back then, I mean, XRP was 50 cents, So like, let's look how many that you could buy. And now look at what the price is of it. For example, same thing with Bitcoin or any of these other coins out there. And, you just set it and forget it. And the other thing is, when you get a raise, just don't act like you got a raise. Just start contributing more, just like you do with your 401k or any of these other savings plans. You can still contribute to those things. Just diversify yourself into it. And so hats off to you for thinking about your children. I'm thinking about my children, my grandchildren. My children are your age, right? I'm old. My kids are in their 30s. I've got 6 grandkids, and they're busy with their lives. They're not really thinking about it. They don't want to listen to mom. And so I'm just like, oh gosh, I don't want to be the overbearing parent, crazy mom that's like, please do this, So I'm like, okay, one of these days they're going to recognize that mom was right. And they're going to go, shit. And I'm going to say, here you go, guys. I had your back this whole time. But man, it would be great if they would just incorporate it like you have. I'm proud of you. I'm so, so proud of you for doing
Thank you.
It, man. I'm a proud mama.
In that 6 months of you DCAing initially, right? Trying to get disciplined, going through the hard struggles. What situation, or rather purchase, did you say that you all of a sudden it was, you can pick out in your memories and go, that I was very convicted right there. That was from a place of conviction and a no, like when mom puts her foot down on the kitchen floor. You know what I'm talking about? What situation was that with you in your DCing? What happened? Break it down real quick.
Geez, I don't know. It's just those moments just kind of hit you. It don't even brush up. It's just all of a sudden it hits.
What was one that you just remember that stayed with you? Because I have a couple where I had my temptations, if you will, in front of me, right? Had an opportunity to go this way, and then I was like, oh no, we ain't doing that. So everybody goes through it at some point. Sometimes it's just like, I don't need those cinnamon rolls today, but it wasn't, but it wasn't like a sit there and ponder. It was like you saw, I'm like, oh no, I ain't getting those. Nope, I'm going this way. I'm gonna spend my money over here today, And so I'm just curious if you had a moment like that, which we all do. Did it stay with you, and what was it?
It would be like crypto heavy. Mine would have been shoes. I gave up. I gave up shoes. Really,
nice.
You know what I mean? Because adult shoes are not cheap anymore,
no,
and especially
they're not.
Like a certain brand. Like say, I like Nike. You know what I mean? So buying a pair of Air Force One, that's already $120 out the gate. Your money's gone. So it's like. That 120, passing on a pair of shoes, it'd be like, hey, you know what? I can wear these shoes some more. I don't need some more shoes. You know what I mean? No. I already have multiple pair. There's no need to really run out to go get more. And that and coffee, man. Coffee's my thing. I'm a caffeinated individual, and I need a nice, solid, strong cup even before I walk out the door in the morning time. So
same.
It's just safer for everybody.
They don't call it Java for nothing.
Got it.
Yeah.
Shoes, man. No, that's great because there's a bigger picture, a bigger thing that's going on that I think in the financial literacy, right? The one thing that we didn't get any education on, from any source really. And that's, I'm not poo-pooing who raised me. They did the best, but even I know their education was flawed on the topic, right? one of the things was you know, trimming the fat. I like to call it trimming the fat. You're like, nah, I don't need this. You know, what good is another set gonna do me? What, Friday night? And I'm gonna spend more money? Like, nah, that's not working for me. You know, but also giving our money purpose. See, that's one small detail that is so powerful that like people can save, right? We can do that action. It's cool. It's a challenge to get there. But if we don't save with purpose, if we don't give that we don't put that intent in there, it can just fall apart. At least it does for me. I'll stack, and then I'll take one opportunity for, hey, let's go out, and there goes all the money. Boom, all that hard work just gone. You know what I mean? You know, or, hey, I bought 5 sets of shoes today. I mean, dude, my wife, she's an old sneakerhead, man. She's got she Nikes were hers too, man. She got some Incredible Hulks still. She got some Incredible Hulks, but she she spent some big money on those. But she had kind of had that same thing, same situation, you know, where it was just like, what are these doing for me? Nothing, you know. But it was the purpose, though. It's that when we give our money purpose, like what you guys are doing, and I can't wait to hear Crypto Heavies here in just a minute, and Jay's of those situations that came up. But giving our money purpose and putting it to work is really where it's at. I think that's like the unspoken nail in the coffin that adheres or speaks to our convictions of what we're putting our money to. But Crypto Heavy, come on, man, let's get you up here. Tell me about it, about dollar cost averaging, the struggles within that, and then your conviction point of where it was just a solid, nah, I ain't doing that no more. We doing this.
Yeah, I think that for me, it was super hard. First off, I didn't even know what DCA was. I kept hearing it in videos. It was like that was the acronym. And I'm like, I come from the military and I get like acronyms. So when I heard that, I was like, this means something. So like once I realized dollar cost average, I was like, okay, bet, like that makes sense. And so like for me, that was the easiest way because I was similar to Java. I was like scared. Like when you grow up and you ain't got a lot of money, like I remember my parents struggling, like every dollar counts, right? So you go to the grocery store, everything counts. So for me in that time, I was like, we was doing the best we could, but like that was all I could do. So it was like, if it's $25 and that's what I started with, like $25 every time I got paid. And it was like, all right, cool. Once I realized like, all right, cool, I could do 25. Then I started doing 50. But it's like Melissa said, like once you start getting conviction and you start doing research, you start getting education and you start getting more conviction. So then that pot grew because I was like, oh, no, I need to do 100 now. And now I learned something different. I'm like, oh, now I need to look at XLM. Now I need to look at XEC. So like, you kind of like get like into this like focus mode because you like, I got to get as much as I can get with the money that I got. So these little coins got to do the most. Like you said, got to have some kind of purpose with it. And I remember like for me, like I had listened to the audiobook Rich Dad Poor Dad. Like that was like my turning point. So like
I love that book,
bro. Like I read the book way back in the day, like in 2000 early when I was in my 20s, probably. Like and it didn't click for me, right? Like I wasn't ready for it. So when I got in 2020, I listened to it. I'm like 2021. I'm like, yeah, this makes sense. And I'm listening to it, and I'm like working out, and I'm listening to it, and I was just hooked. And I was like, I gotta figure out a way to get out of this just of a broke system, like working a job every day. I got to figure out another stream of income. I got to figure out a way to like transform my families. Like my kids can't go through the same struggle that I went through when I grew up. Like you said, my parents did the best they could. There's no shade. It's just like, but I just remember how we grew up. Like they did what they could, but the education system around finances is not there. So I talk to my kids all the time. Like they got a little coin with XRP in it. And I downloaded the app on their phone so they can go look at it. And I told them, I said, if you get the $5, I'll let you pull something out. So they got something to look for so they can go look at it. But like, I just really wanted them to have like an understanding about it because for them, that's going to be their future. For us, we just learning, we older. So we catching up to it, right? So, but like the DCA part of it for me was just continuously getting conviction around like the cryptocurrency. I kept, like I said, I was taking away like shoes. Like I had the mindset, I was like, it was a really good pair of shoes. And I have a buddy hit me up and I'll say, I'll get that shoe on the resale market. I'll pay more for that shoe, but it won't matter to me when that happens because XRP would be where it's supposed to be at. So I don't care that I ain't getting it for retail. I'm gonna take that $200, I'm gonna put it into XRP, I'm gonna put it into XLM. So like that was like my mindset, and I was just so hungry about it, like that I kept just doing. It was just like it was on like a focus, like it was like a game. Like, all right, I got to keep seeing. I can't just leave it at this amount. I got to go higher. You know what I mean? And so like, but it was like it became addictive because it was like I just saw the light, right? Like I saw where this was going, and it was the first time in my life, honestly, where I felt like I had a shot that like I would be like whatever your dream was. I never dreamed to be rich, right? Because I never thought it was possible. To be honest with you, I'm like,
Right.
you know, like I didn't make it in the NFL, like you know what I mean. Like I'm not a rapper. I'm not like so the setup for me in my life. I was like, nah, I'm gonna work real hard and be a real good student to whatever craft I'm doing, right? But like I'm not gonna ever be rich. And when I got into excellent or XRP and got into crypto, that was the first time in my life, genuinely, where I felt like I can literally change my family's life. I can change like not just me, but my family, right? And I was so passionate about that I was like, nothing else mattered. Nothing else mattered. So like my turning point, I remember me and my buddies that I serve with, we always do like a yearly, we call it a throwback weekend, like type of thing. So we take a trip somewhere so we can all meet up because we don't get to see each other all the time. And like we do it like yearly, right? And I remember them asking me to do a trip, and I was like, no. I was like, no. And they were so mad. They were so hurt. And I was like, it was like a turning point in our relationship almost, because I was like, I'm not taking a trip because it don't make sense, right? Like, I'm like, that's $300 for a plane ticket. That's, you know, we got to put it in on a hotel room. We're going to go blow some money drinking and doing whatever shenanigans, right? And I'm like, that money could be going to crypto. And that's what I did. And I was like, I'm not doing it, you know? And, you know, I think the hardest part is like that people around you that you're the closest with don't understand. And so like, that's the hardest part for me. Like, even now I'm like, they kind of coming around, but they still don't get it. And so like, when I'm making sacrifices or I'm setting myself up or I'm talking about things, they looking at me like I got three eyes. Like my kids probably sick of hearing about crypto. Like they hear it on the show. My son knows like the music to people's theme songs. Like he like, who is that? Like, are you watching him again? Like he literally no, he like XRP again. Like it's like they like sick of it, right? Like, but like at the same time, I hear them catching up to like the stuff that I'm listening to. Like they ask me questions because they hear it so much, because I talk about it so much. But like I just believe that that's the path that's going to transform my life. So like I want you to understand what we're doing and why I'm doing it, because like the sacrifices I gotta make, y'all ain't making the sacrifices. I'm not having y'all make any sacrifice. Y'all still live the same life that y'all supposed to live because that's my job. But like I make my sacrifices based off the stuff that I would regularly do that I don't do no more, because I want to put it into crypto, because I know in the future that will give me the life that I never dreamed of, to be honest with you, that I never dreamed of. It'll be a life that I never dreamed of, that I'll be able to get, that I didn't think I'll have in this lifetime, which is awesome.
I'll tell you, this is what we are breaking out of the boxes that they put us in, right? I grew up on welfare myself. I did not have a lot of money whatsoever. I never dreamed that I would be a rich person at all. I'm an accountant, but I wasn't educated on what is money and the financial system and the way that the global financial system works. I wasn't educated with any of that stuff. And so one of the things that I think a lot of people overlook when it comes to the crypto space is that we are doing research. We are educating ourselves on more than just crypto. We're educating ourselves on the history of our financial system, why it needs to be revamped, all of the atrocities that were perpetrated against us. And we are creating ways to fight back legitimately with building the Web3 businesses and incorporating decentralized commerce amongst each other. And it's phenomenal. And so that means little guys like you and me and Simon and Laurie and Java and Jay, we can fight back. We can create the lives that we see for ourselves. And we create our own reality. And our reality is coming true day after day after day, especially when you look at the legislation and all the things that are happening that are enabling us to do that. And I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't giving that stuff my attention before, but
Never.
now I am. And so when someone thinks about people entering into the crypto space, it's not just a trust me, bro, this coin's going to go to the moon and I'm going to be a millionaire. It's so much more than that. Simon and I say all the time, crypto's not for sissies, and it's not.
Dang right, it's not.
You got to pull up your big girl panties and do your own research and educate yourself. And when you do, you are going to be a powerful human, and whatever you want to call yourself. And if you made a bad decision, maybe you chose a coin that didn't quite hit the benchmark that you expected it to, you're still a winner, because now you've educated yourself to see other opportunities.
That's right.
So, I mean, it's never wasted time in what we're doing. We are going to be so powerful. You give us money, holy shit, man. Like, this is, like, I'm saying it on dip a toe. Holy shit. You give us money, the people, the little guys that have every intention on making the world a better place, and we're all being drawn together like magnets. My God, what are we going to do with that money? I'm so excited.
Lots of great things. And man, Heavy, that's fire. You read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I have another question on another book. Have you ever read or listened to the book called The Richest Man in Babylon?
I started it. I just started it.
Oh,
yep. I just started it.
Those two books are always on repeat. Now I do have a third one, but dude, I connected with you right there where it's like I've heard it before, but it just didn't click. That's life experience. Now it clicks, and it clicks real deep. You know, minimize your liabilities and start collecting assets. And I know we've talked about on the show tonight, you know, selling a little bit of XRP or whatever other digital assets we might be in. I've had another turning point or conviction point where I'm not selling. I'm collecting. I collect assets. All the successful people that have put their knowledge in books, on tapes, CDs, and now, you know, for MP3s, they've all literally said that same thing, that they collect assets, you know, and find a way to take advantage in the short term with those assets, and why the price or value appreciates over time. And I'm very much that actually what that did for me. And I'm sharing a little bit about, you know, my pivot point number 2 in my crypto journey, or just financial literacy overall. But that got me around a big hump of selling, because, you know, again, hey, I could take money from here and I could go do other things. You know, that was my thought process, even after listening to Rich Dad Poor Dad, and multiple times, and Richest Man in Babylon. And finally I got to the place of seeing through their eyes the full picture of, you don't sell assets. You don't do it. You find a way to leverage it, use it for some, you know, other things, and then you pass those on like a tool to your kids and grandkids and etc. And it finally happened probably about 6 months ago. I finally got there for my own perspective, and I'll tell you what, once you hit that, and I'm telling you, it's gonna come from Richest Man of Babylon. There's gonna be some things in there that are just it's gonna click. Yes. But when you start realizing, like, looking back at your journey here of dollar cost averaging, you're collecting assets. You're collecting. You might let some go. Learn that, Melissa. Great point, by the way, on the mistakes. Rich Dad Poor Dad. I don't know if y'all know this. Robert Kiyosaki. I didn't know this until recently. There's been multiple books that he has written. Multiple. One of his latest ones, he talks about a mistake or people that you have an interaction with when it goes what we would call negative or bad. Well, that's one of your greatest teachers. So be grateful for that. Finding the gratitude within the negativity, right? If you can turn a frown upside down, dude, you are winning, literally winning. So how do we do that, right? Or how do I do that just in my own life? And Melissa, thank you so much for saying that tonight. because that is our greatest teacher. I have learned so much about myself more than I have this space. Every time I air quotes lose or something goes wrong or it didn't turn out the way that I thought it should, not me using this in Fantasyland, but not using this in List and learning just to sit on my hands and take the cotton out of my ears and just listen to people and what their stories are. And again, I love the Faces of Crypto because whatever you folks are saying tonight, I know it's resonating with somebody right now. And there's no other way that I could have said it to get that message across. So that's cool. You're reading that book, man. I'll give you one more. It's called Becoming Your Own Banker by R. Nelson Nash, but that's a whole nother topic for another day. But if you like those two books right there, man, that's fire. I want to move on to Jay. With this topic of dollar cost averaging, and did you get it, Melissa? I'm sorry. Go ahead and drag him up there. Put him in the shine box.
Put him in the shine box.
Put him in the shine box, baby. Put him in the shine box.
Huh?
Look at me.
Huh?
Bald is beautiful.
my hair
No, you got
more
powder. We need more powder.
I don't have lights on above me because otherwise I get this. Yeah,
you got a great
I
aura
love
there.
Dollar cost averaging.
Yeah, dollar cost averaging, and just kind of the struggle through the discipline. That maybe you've had, maybe not in digital assets, but and then how it applies to digital assets, and then your conviction point with digital assets.
So manifesting anything in life can almost be baked down to building a habit.
Mm-hmm.
You see something and you feel it, you create the habit and you live it, it will become a reality. Look at any building on earth. Before there was a building there, it was just dirt and somebody had a belief in their mind. We're all held back by so much. So before I got into crypto, there was already a lot of work that I had done on myself because of the so many failures that I've had in my life. And truly that if being a moron was an art form, I would be Leonardo da Vinci or Michelangelo because I took it. Yeah, I am the Jedi Grand Poobah Master of being the expert of making dumb choices. So
I love it.
Really, for everybody that's out there, and I'm going to tell about my DCA, it's going to sound very anal, but the reality is, those of you who are listening now tonight live and those who will watch this on the recording, if you want to be happier, I can tell you that you have a switch. You can click it right now, tonight, as you're watching this, wherever you may be in the future. Scientifically, when you're learning something, that's the happiest you are because you're actually creating more gray space with more synapses in your mind. This particular topic, this industry of digital assets, is the most cutthroat, diabolical, risky, competitive industry on earth today. We are competing with the biggest bankers. We are competing with the biggest fraudsters, the biggest scammers from every country, from every corner on earth. But it's also an opportunity. The only way that you're going to learn is by diving in. That's why this is dip a toe. You're getting enough where you're seeing the people, and every single person out there has a truth meter inside of you. You know whether we're shining you on with our, bald heads, or whether we're actually spending our evenings not with our families, but we're here because we love you and we love each other and we know what the future can bring. So it's on every one of you, just like it was on every one of us, to be able to go, this might hurt, but I'm going to do it. And in the process, you're going to learn more about yourself than you are about crypto. And that's probably the best way that I could say it. And it's worth it because the benefit is financial, but more than anything else, it's relational. And you start to see yourself from a lens that you were never allowed to. And why not you? Why not me? Well, it is me, right? It is us. It's everybody that's here. And so DCA for me was an understanding, not because it was a good sound principle. I didn't know what the term was. I had never heard of it, but being able to carve away and chip away and get that habit and make it so if something comes up and I don't make my buy through Uphold, which is the only place you could buy it in the United States, if I didn't make it, I fell off. I felt wrong. It's like somebody who goes to the gym all the time. If you don't go to the gym, you feel like you're doing something wrong, but that's the power of habit. So DCA for me was not for anything other than the sake of, I know that I have to do this. And when I said that I spent $50 while my wife was sleeping, that violated our trust, right? That was the issue there, not the $50. But in all reality, that $50 we didn't have to spend at all.
Right. Right.
I had already pulled back, right? We had brand newborn twins. Mom was staying at home. That's a whole different dynamic of how do you go from two incomes to one income, and two new mouths to feed and all the stuff that comes with it. I mean, it's just an instant money going out the front door at a speed that you've never experienced. In the last month, hey, it's not like we were eating steaks every night before they got here. So it was a huge adjustment on all fronts. And I realized there's only one way that we can do it, and I have to get a second job. And then I got a third job, full-time, 3 jobs, did it for as long as I could. I've been working more than one job for over 5 years. So whatever hustle you have to get, whatever you've got to do, I mean, we have all lived in a space. I'm not going to talk for anybody else on the panel, but I've been broke. I've been buried. I've been in bankruptcy. I've lived out of my car. I've been homeless. I mean, the stuff, the bottoms that I've been through, it is so precious to me now because it taught me this. There's a principle in, ancient books that a sparrow can fly out of its nest and it doesn't even think about where it's going to get the worm. It just knows it's going to be there. And the people in my early life that I ran with, I saw some rough crowd. People that had no job and they hadn't had jobs for years, no income of any sort, but they had an addiction. And somehow every day they were able to go out, as difficult as it was, and still get their fix. And it dawned on me like, wow, they had no job, no anything. They're still getting the fix, which I understood was recreational, and they're still getting food. They're still alive. Right. And so I thought, if I put my heart and soul into this, and I'm fortunate because of Shauna, because she is behind me. She believes in what we're doing. And she makes me coffee at 3:00 in the morning. I can't tell you what that's like. And she doesn't even ask. She just knows I need it. And she just gives it, walks out in the middle of with a baby, breastfeeding, and doesn't even ask me, just grabs my coffee mug and pours it in it because she knows I'm grinding all night.
We love you, Shauna.
Yeah, I mean, God broke the mold. 100%.
Amen, sister.
So for those of you who don't have that support, I know that struggle is real. I just can't identify with it. Don't let it hold you back. And so my DCA is this. I made a spreadsheet and I committed that no matter what I did, at least 70% of it was going to go to XRP. And the other 30% was going to go to other utility tokens because I wanted to cash out in the bull run. Right? I mean, I want to take her out, right? I want to be able to say all of the sacrifice and all it's for that. So not all of it went into XRP. We're stacking our bags as much as we can. And then with FML, the reason to do it is because we could. But the hope behind it is that everybody that we know, our friends and family that missed XRP under 50 cents, that if you come in through a force multiplier and you believe in something, and they know who we are, they know me, right? People can look and see what my background is and go, well, at least he's been around and has actually done the things that he says he's done. So just a little bit of that stuff. But when it comes to the DCA, that's your commitment. And I mean, I don't have a social club. I don't have the things that I got to do. It's me time. No, it's none of that. There's none of that. It's 100% grind, put my health on the line and push myself so hard that people in my life are pulling me back saying, you got to slow down. You got to sleep. Now, you know what? This is legacy. This is legacy that right now I can tell you there's at least 13 families connected to the leadership team of FML. I'll never quit. For my own children, for their families, their children's children, and for everybody that's involved that they're going to put their names on this too. what we're trying to do as much as I could, if I could take what I know out of my head, like Johnny Mnemonic, for those of you who are that old, and low jack it into your brain and say, do you see it? But that journey for you to see it, that joy is yours to go out and get.
Yeah.
It's right in front of you. Nobody can stop you. A wallet takes 2 seconds. You're in crypto tonight. You're in XRP. It's so easy to get to. But when you start learning what it can do for you and your family, and you don't need anybody's permission, it is within reach. And these prices on XRP will never be seen again. So DCA for me, that's just a way of life. I track everything in a spreadsheet. I'm just going to keep adding to it. Like I said, please pray that I can maybe do it on Thanksgiving on 2029 versus Christmas Eve. But yeah, DCA is the way. And the legend of FML, Kendall, showed me that basically $65 to $70 about every 3 weeks changed his life in crypto in less than 3 years.
That's incredible.
And anybody who's out there right now, listen to what I said.
Yeah.
$70, $60 every 3 weeks. That's like $20 a week. If you did that, if you said nothing's going to stop me, it's a 20 spot every week, your life will be changed forever. You just got to hold on to it.
Consistency is key, my friend.
Oh, 100%.
And
it's like conviction, consistency, Melissa. Yes.
And here's the deal, and I've said this time and time again, we can't give you our oil, okay? The reason I say that, if those of you don't understand what I'm saying is, and I can't point you to the passage in the Bible, the story that it came from. All I know is I was in a study group and there was a story about these gals long ago, and there was a bunch of bad stuff happening and all the talk and chatter that if they ate this kind of food, they were going to die and all this kind of stuff. And the person had such belief that they knew that if they ate that, nothing was going to harm them because they had faith, right? They believed. They didn't believe in the fear, because fear is a liar, right? But you can't give someone your oil. Your oil is your belief, your time, your effort, everything that gets you running in the morning, right? I can't give you that to you. You have to do that for yourself. I can point you in all the directions that you need to go. I can tell you to set up a wallet. I can, put you in contact with people that can help you, but I can't make you do that. You have to do that for yourself. And I don't operate on the trust me, bro scenario, right? And I don't want you to trust me, bro. Okay. I don't want you to say Dip a Toe Show said XYZ, whatever, right? That's not the purpose of this show. This show is to inspire you to get off your butt and invest in yourself. And if it's not money at this point that you can put out, invest your time and put the effort into educating yourself into the transformation that the world is going through right now, and recognize the incredible opportunity for life-changing wealth, the legacy type wealth that you can have for your family. And so, wonderful story, guys. All of you have fantastic points. We have about 20 minutes left in the show. I want to invite everybody. If you don't know, Dip a Toe Show has an after space at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on X Spaces. I posted it in the chat, and it's also on our X, both on my World Be Free 888 and on Dip a Toe Show. Underneath our live stream, I posted the link to the after space. We would love for you guys to come in. If I know a 2-hour show, guys, that for those guests that are here is a super long time. You're more than welcome to join us and carry on the conversation, because I know a lot of people like to ask those questions and talk with you personally. The other thing that I wanted to mention is we didn't thoroughly thank. So we've had some super chats. Java Harris,
okay, good.
Java,
good.
My friend, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Miss Kita gave us a super sticker.
She's got 5 on it.
Team Carpet, Mr.
Classic.
Steak and Bake, we love you guys so much. We appreciate all of the support that you give. And then our Mr. Tristo.
What's good, baby?
You just got to stop, sir. I mean, like, we really do appreciate. We didn't. I really, honestly, I set this up just to see. It's kind of a goal. It's been a goal to see how we could do, and just even being able to have the functionality to offer super stickers and things like that. To get to that point, anybody that's ever tried to create a YouTube channel, you will understand it's a real challenge. It's a real uphill battle. And so, I thank everybody that is supporting us and coming. We have 249 people listening across all the platforms right now. We can't tell you how much it means to us on Dip-A-Toe Show that you come, and the fact that I know you're real people, because this is an organically grown show. And so we have real followers and real people watching and engaging in our chats. And we encourage you, if you've never done so before, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube, get in the chat. If you are somebody that's in the crypto and you're interested in ever becoming on Dip-A-Toe Show, hit us up on at Dip-A-Toe Show on X, or send us an email at dipatoeshow@gmail.com. Let us know. We do vet people. We listen to Stone Coffee and Crypto with Stone every morning from 9 till 11 on X, and I vet a lot of the people. So if you have reached out to us and you're not on the show yet, it's just this show is once a week on Wednesdays, and we have Faces of Crypto on the third Wednesday of every month. And so we're kind of booking out into the future, but be patient, because we do really want everybody to shine, especially those that are building. And it doesn't have to be the XRP ledger, guys. I mean, this show does have a lot of people that have to do with the XRP ledger, but there are a lot of other builders out there as well. And the crypto community is a diverse community, and it's all going to be interoperable with one another. And so as we expand our thinking, we open our minds, we realize that we all have to work together. And so we want to hear those voices as well. What I guess the last topic of conversation that I would like to get into, and it's gonna be quick because I really want to end this before 10 p.m. so that we can start our space on time. The other reason is because we are going to be streaming live on imutv.tv, and we really need to tighten it up and make sure that we stick to 2-hour shows so that they can schedule us accordingly once we go live. Right now, they're uploading our shows manually to the imutv.tv platform. And we are the first educational crypto content providers, creators on there. And we're really proud of that. But we definitely want to show them that we can tighten things up and run a tight ship when it comes to the show so that we can go live. So anyway, the last question that I really wanted to talk about, and I know a lot of you guys out there are like, what about price? What about this? What about that? But because this show is about Dip-A-Toers coming and stumbling across crypto and trying to figure out where the hell they need to land in order to figure out what they're doing, I would like you each to address how important the community is to you, in what type of community that you're in, and how that has lifted you up and gave you confidence or not. And so we'll start with Laurie, go to Jay, and then Java and Crypto Heavy will close us out.
Okay, so for me, community is actually like the number one thing for me for building. And building on the XRPL. Let me tell you, if you have a supportive community around you, you can do anything. I mean, it's just like, even like the retweets or coming in your Discord or your Telegram or whatever, people that support you, that's what it's like you're building for you, but you're also building for them, and because I mean, you want to build something great because they're there to support you. Community is like the number one thing. It always has been for me. Just coming in early and being in community, and now building my own brand and business. Community is absolutely like the number on top. And when I'm building that in the Web3 and the XRP community and that kind of stuff, and I'm so appreciative of all these people that are supporting me and have given me the knowledge to be able to be here today. So the XRP community, and I mean, like I haven't really ventured out too far out of the XRP community, but it is legit awesome, and so it's on top. Community is there on top.
Well, we've got you, and I guess because we're short on time, can you please tell the audience where they can find you and where they can look into your product and all of that good stuff?
Yeah, so you just I'm on X, and then we have a Discord, and the link. So it's Trek Outdoor CO on X, and then we have a link tree with all our links to like our Discord and our a cafe on our collection and that kind of stuff. But come on in our Discord. That's where we're mainly at, and then on X and in Spaces. That's where we legit hang out. So with the community. So that's where you can find this.
Awesome. And they can find that just by going to your profile or the Trek profile, right?
Yep. In my personal profile, it's Laurie W1995, and then the link is right in my bio to Trek. So
perfect. We'll include all of that in the show notes as well, too. Well, we really appreciate you coming to the Dip a Toe Show, Laurie.
Thank you for having me, guys, man. This has been such an awesome couple hours hanging out with you guys and chatting, man. So I just appreciate being here.
You're welcome. All right, who did I say was next? Did I say Java?
You said me. I'll go real quick, then we'll pivot to Java.
All right, there we go.
So here's the community. This is what it all comes down to. For FML, I can't build it. It's the community that's building it. It's like any other thing in life. It's the people that are actually doing the work that should get all the credit, and I'm the one on the show. That's the truth. So the people who are actually doing it, the community, they're my family. And so what is community? What is it all about? What is the Stones, the Melissas, the Simons, the Dip a Toes, Amanda, the Wandering Footprint? I mean, the list is just going to go on. Without those people, we wouldn't feel the connection and the security when we have questions. So the guidance of the community, and the saying goes, in a multitude of counselors, you will find wisdom, and you're going to see that that's there. But the number one thing, it's the premier message of FML. You can't spell family without ILY, and you can't spell family without FML, and family is everything. It really is. So from the foundations, that's what it's all about. The building by the families, multiple families doing it, family-based business for the families that we know, and everybody else that comes in, specifically for the families of the small businesses that we're bringing our product to, for them and their families and all the people that they know and their families. And so it all comes down to that. Community is about building families, bridging ourselves between us and our neighbors. And man, there is nothing better than walking around and have people go, "Oh, you're the XRP guy." It's a great conversation starter, and what a powerful thing if they can actually grab a hold of it. So family's everything, and that's what FML is all about.
Fantastic. How does people find you?
So you can find us on X. That would probably be the fastest way, where you can find us at floridamanlandscaping.net. Very soon, you will be able to find the FML FinTech Management Limited under xrpfml.com. So in the show notes, probably the fastest way to get to us and find our link tree, and then you can get on Discord and you can get on Telegram, and you can see all of our different places and YouTube channels, is go to the X account. That's it, at FL, as in the state, Florida, FL Man, and then the time that we launched, 1111. So FLMAN 1111 on X, and you'll get connected with all of us. More importantly, you'll come in through the door and you get to talk with Shauna, because she's behind that account. And
I love it. I'm always communicating back and forth with Shauna on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see what comes and what's in the
Us too.
future. Uh, Great job, and thank you for coming on the Dip a Toe Show.
I'll be with you guys on X for sure.
Amen. Awesome. Java.
Yes, community. Being in this space, community is everything for all of us. At least in my opinion, let's put it that way. In my opinion, community is everything for all of us because there wouldn't be, there wouldn't be a Chill Guy, there wouldn't be a Trek Outdoor Company, there wouldn't be an FML if there was no community. What I mean? There wouldn't be, the Dipito Show. It's all these communities together are here for us. And with me being a chill guy, I tend to chill in all communities. I kind of slide around into different places, even though there's rifts and a ledger. I'm sure we all know what's at X is X, and it gets a little crazy. So, but even throughout these things, maintaining community and driving force and building collaborations with other communities to even increase visibility. It's all about spreading around, and if we can understand that our lives are nothing but a community full of communities. That's what we live in. That's what we reside in general. So, and Twitter or X and crypto is still the same thing. It's just a bunch of us all together. And some of us have more concern for others than others, as we know, due to the scammers out here. But without community, we wouldn't be where we are. We wouldn't still be around. We're actually a community takeover project. It got rugged and we took over. And so that's how we even still here. And I'm thankful to still be around. But you can find Chill Guy, you can hit our X as the primary place to find Chill Guy at Chill Guy XRPL. Or you can check out our new website that we just did, which is chillguyxrpl.xyz.
Nice.
We just launched a new website about a week ago, 10 days ago. So those are some of the easiest ways to find us. Or you can find me at Java Chillin. I'm Java everywhere, even in my real life. So, but it's been an honor, guys. Thank you so much.
Man, we loved having you, and we look forward to having you back again. Thank you so much, Java, for sharing your story with our Dipitoers. And definitely go follow them. And we saved Crypto Heavy, and it ain't heavy. He's my brother. Huh? He ain't heavy. He's my brother.
Absolutely. And I agree. Like family is, or the community is everything. It's like family. Anybody who's got the opportunity to go to crypto XRP Las Vegas, like that to me was one of those opportunities where you really get to see the community behind the screens and get to touch elbows, give hugs, and really have like genuine conversations with people. Like, and that to me, like XRP in general, like I don't think it's a better community. I know we got some of the smartest and brightest in the XRPL, but like just good, genuine people, like good-hearted people. And I think that to me is like the best part about being in crypto. I got the opportunity to be a part of like the Coach JV and like the Good Morning Crypto crew. Like that was like my first community that I really like rock with, and got to talk to those guys one-on-one. Currently, I do the Diginacci sequence, which is like a podcast with two guys that I met at the XRP Las Vegas, and it's like my brothers, you know what I mean? So like they really good guys. And I dipped the toe, man. Like I'm not a builder or anything, but I dipped the toe into meme coins, and I'm a part of the Poo Poo meme coin crew now. So Miss T gave me the opportunity to like kind of join the team, and I'm learning. I'm more of a marketing ambassador type of person. So like trying to freshen up Poo Poo, but they got a lot of good things that they working on in the background. And Miss T, Lady Dev, Keita is on there, Mr. Zan, Steak and Bake. So it's a solid crew of guys that I'm learning, a lot from and getting information from, and we kind of collectively trying to, get Poo Poo out there and really trying to build it up. So it's fun to like listen to you guys and be a part of this panel because it is a lot of builders. You guys are doing like all this amazing stuff, and I'm like a rookie, listening and soaking up all the knowledge because like, to be honest, like that part of like building into the XRP. We investors genuinely and started as investors, but like the future is us being builders, and that's where we really get the wealth out of the XRPL is being able to have a project that we can build on. And these opportunities and these partnerships lead to other partnerships and other opportunities with other people where you can branch off and do your own stuff. So it's all interconnected, like together as one. So that's like one of the best parts about being in the XRP community, man. It's like it's a great feeling because we all like family.
Love it.
Love it.
We love it. We loved having you. Congratulations on the Poo Poo team and all of your endeavors. If anybody wants to find you, what's the best way they can find you?
I'm on X, crypto heavy too. TikTok is probably my biggest platform. That's where I do like most of my videos. If you want to catch up on my videos, just different cool news stuff and just kind of my spin on it. And then also like the Poo Poo X profile, you can get all the like the information about Poo Poo as well. So, but super excited about being on the show, guys. I really appreciate the honor to be on here.
Fantastic.
It's fire having all of you here. It's
pleasure to meet you guys.
We loved it. Simon,
highlighting the community.
Any final words?
Yes, I do have some final words. And it's not think, grow, and keep dipping that toe, even though that's a good one.
It's a good one.
Pay attention. Straight out the book. And Crypto Heavy's going to know what I mean when I say this. It's not about how much money we make or assets. It's about how much we keep. It's not about how much you make. It's about how much you keep. And of course, think, grow, and dip that toe. Let's go!
Oh, guys, thank you so much. Stay tuned next week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have Jane D. Butterfly and our Patriot Sound's going to come back to be your wingman. She's going to come on and talk about chat and build, which is an interesting thing that's going to enable you to think it and build it, all done for you. So with that, we hope to see you in the after space 1010 on X. Be there, be square. We love you guys. Have a good rest of the day. And think and grow and dip that toe.